This is a call to order of the regular meeting of the Mount Healthy Board of Education. This is a meeting of the Board of Education in public. It is not to be considered a public meeting. Can we have the roll call, please?
Yes. Mrs. Anderson?
Present.
Ms. Bryant? Mrs. Ellis?
Present.
Mr. Kilgore?
Here.
Dr. Turner?
Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Are we going?
We're going to ask everyone to step out that's not related to them.
Okay, at this time, we're going into an executive session for an expulsion hearing. And anyone that's not involved in this expulsion, we would ask you to please step outside, please. We will do this, and I can't even see.
I think it's
6:05.
6:05.
Okay, could I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Anybody got any questions? Can we get the roll call, please?
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Bryant? Mrs. Ellis?
Yes.
Mr. Kilgore?
Yes.
Dr. Turner?
Okay. Is there any questions or statements that want to be made?
Yeah, so I'd like to say on behalf of the board, to the family in question, we were really impressed with you as a family, and we really do believe that you're doing everything right. At the same time, we have to follow policies that relate to safety of students, and that means not making exceptions, even for mistakes. So one thing that we did discuss, Dr. Hawkins will be speaking with the administration at the school, making sure that the student's record reflects exactly what did happen, and makes it clear that there was not a violent intent or anything like that. We definitely want the record to show that. Yeah.
Anyone else have anything?
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Bryant? Mrs. Ellis?
Yes.
Mr. Kilgore?
Yes.
Dr. Turner?
Yes. You get to tell everybody.
Okay, we got to go in executive session again.
You can remain. You can remain here. We'll go in
Okay.
And it won't be that long.
No, short.
Guaranteed.
What appointment is okay. We're gonna zip right through this.
No,
Any-
coming out. we
Any
just come out.
additions, corrections to the agenda? Okay.
Oh, we need to
Can
make,
we have a motion to accept it?
so moved.
Second.
Ken's got it.
Second. Anderson.
That was you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll- And I know you ain't got no questions, but give me roll call.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Bryant?
Yes.
Mrs. Ellis?
Yes.
Mr. Kilgore?
Yes.
Dr. Turner?
Yes.
Okay, all the board members have had a chance to read the minutes from the last meeting. Can I get a motion to accept them?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Bryant?
Yes.
Mrs. Ellis?
Yes.
Mr. Kilgore?
Yes.
And Dr. Turner?
Yes.
Julie left.
Oh, special order. Teachers Association?
But
No
she left.
report.
Oh, come on. All right. Legislative
Communications.
Nine B. I didn't jump all the way down. Communication.
No.
What? When you put me through that? Okay, let me see if I can bring this up. Okay, this would be the report for the January meeting, because we haven't had the February meeting. The board elected Mary Cleveland from Princeton as chair of the Great Oak Board of Directors. Before honored guest, Mary is the first African American to hold the position since Great Oak's career campus inception in 1969. J.D. Stamford from Wilmington was elected vice chair. The board thanked outgoing chair Bill Ferguson, Hamilton County Educational Service Center, for his service in leading the board of directors. The board was sworn in by Hamilton County Commissioners Stephanie Summerall Lewis, Steve Ashbrook, Madeira City Schools, Emily Chestnut, Milford Exempted Village School, Phil Herrera of Goshen Local School, as and Karen Kellums of Deer Park were seated as the newest board members. Representative Jessica Miranda also was present to congratulate and thank the board for their service to our students and community. Chair Mary Cleveland appointed the following to serve in leadership roles for 2023. Ron Friend, Fairfield Local Parliamentarian. Terry Gibson Laughlin, Legislative Liaison. Bill Ferguson, Hamilton County Educational Service Center, the ACTE Liaison. Committee leaders, J.B. Stamford from Wilmington, Administrative and Human Resources. Tim Sharp, Indian Hills, Building Assets. Fred Hunt, Hamilton County Educational Service Center. Education Program and Evaluation. Al Long, North College Hill, Financial Investment. Carol Ellis, Mount Healthy, Planning and Policy. Jim Perdue, Reading, Salaries. And Amber Ballard, Norwood, Diversity and Unity Ad Hoc. Meeting schedule, regular monthly meetings were for the second Wednesday of each month. Annual comprehensive finance report, fiscal year 2022. Treasurer, CFO Brian Raby, who was welcomed officially in his new role, presented the latest annual comprehensive financial report to the board. Board approved resolution for rooftop units replacement. The board approved authorization to prepare specifications and advertise for bids for the Scarlet Oak Phase 1 of a two-phase process for rooftop unit replacements. 24 will be replaced out of the present 58 in the summer of 2023. Phase 2 is planned for the summer of 2024. That's the end of my report. Not me anymore.
It's me now.
Okay.
But no, not this month because our meeting was early, so we didn't get the updates, so we'll have those and next month's in March.
Sounds good to me. I don't really know how to get this thing disappeared. Okay. All right. Report of the treasurer.
Thank you. Item 12A is the recommendation to accept the December schedule of bills.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions?
No roll call. Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Bryant?
Yes.
Mrs. Ellis?
Yes.
Mr. Kilgore?
Yes.
Dr. Turner? Yes. Thank you. Item 12B is the recommendation to accept the December financial statement.
So, second.
Any questions? Then roll call?
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Bryant? Yes. Mrs. Ellis?
Yes.
Mr. Kilgore?
Yes.
Dr. Turner? Yes. Thank you. And item 12C is authorizing the treasurer to create the new account for the math
Pentathlon.
pentathlon of 1992-93.
So moved.
Second.
Kim
Any
seconded.
questions?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kim
No,
seconded.
Yeah,
Kim. Kim.
Bryant.
Mrs. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Bryant?
Yes.
Mrs. Ellis?
Yes.
Mr. Kilgore?
Yes.
And Dr. Turner?
Yes.
Thank you, and that's all I have.
Okay, now we can have the superintendent's report.
Great, thank you. So under informational items, I did want to note, we did receive a request from Scott Bauer, who is the city manager. As part of their committees, there is actually a need, or part of their bylaws, for someone either from the Board of Education or appointed by the Board of Education, best if that person is also a resident of Mount Healthy. So he would like for you to consider that. He's checking, 2 of the 3 people have to be in Mount Healthy. They may have 2 already, we'll know more in the next month. But as part of when they look at tax abatements and things like that, part of the code is that there must be someone from the Board of Education or appointed by the Board of Education. So that's just information for you to be thinking about, and next month, possibly either one of you serve in that capacity or appoint someone. That would be best, but 2 of the 3, Stephanie?
Are you in there?
So,
I don't know where you live, so.
Well, I live in Mount Healthy.
if you are interested, if one of the,
Like when they meet.
with
when?
council, so,
Not the city council meetings,
it's
That's
a,
usually
it's
what
a
it is.
committee for the council. I think they have a meeting actually tomorrow.
Is it monthly?
I believe it is monthly, and I can get more information. But I know the one thing that they are really going to be looking at are some entities that they granted a tax abatement to, and those entities have not honored what they promised on their side. So in order to reevaluate the tax abatements, they have to have a certain committee in place, and one of those positions is either the school board or someone appointed by the school board. So if anyone on the board is really interested in that,
I could be interested depending on
Great.
the schedule.
okay.
You know I love a culinary.
You
You know I love a culinary program. I got a soft
Yeah.
spot for a culinary program.
Absolutely.
Depending
Scott,
on the schedule.
okay.
What difference would it make whether that person lives in Mount Healthy?
Because in the language, the legal language, it says of the 3 people, 2 must be residents of Mount Healthy. So
Oh, so the committee is only 3 people.
3 that he has brought to my attention. So he was gonna check with his people to see where they lived, but
Oh,
the,
okay.
so if he has 2, then it could be anyone from the school, either board member or someone appointed. If he doesn't have 2, it would help him out if that person actually from the school lived in Mount Healthy.
Now, when you're saying that they have to live in Mount Healthy,
City. Yes. Okay. So we can get more information from Mr. Bauer. He just emailed me that today, so I wanted to pass that along for your consideration. The next item are change orders. We have.
Already?
Yes. So, thankfully, there was a contingency fund as part of it. One of the big changes is changing from electric to gas. when the chef looked at what to put in the kitchen, there was a big move from a lot of the people he talked to use induction, which is electric. As they dug a little bit deeper, they felt that they should have gas ovens, so there will be some induction stations, but they should have gas. That's the biggest change of a little over $20,000. The next one is because of the gas, they had to change a couple of the table depths, and then there was a floor trowel change. So those are not anything that has to be voted on, but I just want to keep the board appraised of any change order that goes through. Good news, we received another grant from Each Child Reads, and we received $47,813.23 from the Ohio Department of Education. South Elementary has been awarded the 2023 Bonnie Chambers Grant for $2,000 from the Ohio Council of Teachers of English Language Arts. This will allow some additional purchases for classroom books. So we're excited about that. The Compass Community Church is partnering with Mount Healthy City Schools to provide 300 food bags for elementary students to receive during spring break. They will split the bags between North and South Elementary. So we're very appreciative of our partnerships, and this is a great benefit to our students. Yeah. Normally, it is based on, like, the counselors have a list where, like, for instance, at Thanksgiving, families that have requested additional assistance, and we start with that list. All students have opportunity for food, and Frederica is here if you want to expand on that just a little bit. But this is something in addition to. And do we send home food over spring break from our schools? Mount Healthy High School Choir received a $400 grant from the Ohio Arts Council to help cover some expenses for a bus to Central State University. And our choir actually performed at a local church week before last. So I was actually in church and started getting pictures of the choir because a member of the congregation was a principal at CPS that I'd worked with before, and she was like, "Your choir is fantastic." And I said, "Yes, they are." So, Mr. Moore. So we appreciate all of his work on that. Item B is a recommendation to authorize the membership in Ohio High School Athletic Association. This we go through every year. Schools eligible for membership are those that include one or more grades in the 7 through 12, Mount Healthy High School and Mount Healthy Junior High. It's agreed these schools will conduct their athletic program in accordance with the Constitution, bylaws, regulation, business rules, interpretation, and decisions of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. The resolution shall remain in effect for the 2023-2024 school year.
So moved.
Brian, second.
Ken?
Have any questions? Okay, we have roll call, please.
Ms. Anderson? Ms. Bryant? Mrs. Ellis?
Yes.
Mr. Kilgore?
Yes.
Dr. Turner? Yes.
Thank you. Item C is the recommendation to purchase a new commercial industrial washer and dryer from the HM Company. The price includes installation, removal of the existing washer dryer, and the 3-year warranty. The cost is $15,620. As a note, we wash our team's uniforms, And so that's why it's important that it is industrial versus what we might think of for home use. So the one that was in the field house, really for a while it's been on its last leg. We have tried everything to make it last a little bit longer, but it is now time for it to be replaced.
Can we get a motion?
So moved.
Brian, second.
Okay, do you have any questions? Roll call, please. Ms. Anderson? Yes. Ms. Bryant? Ms. Ellis? Yes. Mr. Kilgore?
Yes.
Dr. Turner? Yes.
Thank you. Item D is the recommendation to accept the following donation for Mount Healthy North Elementary. $1,125 was donated by the Silver Family Foundation.
Can we get a motion? Any questions? Roll call, please. Ms. Anderson? Ms. Bryant? Mrs. Ellis? Yes. Mr. Kilgore?
Yes.
Dr. Turner? Yes.
Thank you. Item E is the recommendation to approve the attached Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, as negotiated by the Mount Healthy Teacher Association and the Mount Healthy City School District, effective for the 23-24 school year. What this is saying, several years ago, the state of Ohio changed from days in school to hours. So if you go back a number of years, you'll remember when everybody had 5 days, and after those 5 days, you had to petition the state, can you give us more days? We had a big snowstorm. Finally, the governor was like, finished with that. Every school must go 1,001 hours for it to count as a school year. We go much more than that. We build in the equivalent of 24 extra days into our calendar, partly for our seniors. As they get out a little bit early, we have to have a buffer there so that they meet that 1,001 hour requirement so they can count their school year. Also for calamity days, whatever else we might need. Our teachers, however, have still been on days. So we were wanting to increase the time each day to an 8-hour day. I just want to thank the Teachers Association. They have been fantastic. A lot of times having that extra time for instruction will be very beneficial to our students, but we ran into the dilemma of days. So the memo of understanding is changing. It's taking the days, they work 185 days, the 7.5 hours, multiplying that out, giving us 1,387.5 hours in a school year is what our teachers work. We're adding time to the days, so the time that they will be teaching will be exactly the same. We're just going to have a little bit more flexibility in the calendar to build in more breaks here and there so that we can work with students for enrichment and other things, and it gives us more flexibility in our calendar. So that's what this memo of understanding is about.
Okay, can I get a motion? Any questions? All right, roll call, please. Mrs. Anderson? Ms. Bryant? Mrs. Ellis? Yes. Mr. Kilgore?
Yes.
Dr. Turner? Yes.
Thank you. Item F is the recommendation to adopt the proposed school calendar for the 2023-2024 school year, and that was sent to everyone. It says if teacher in-service days or professional days indicated on the calendar may change due to unforeseen circumstances, no board approval would be required.
Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Any questions? Roll call. Mrs. Anderson? Yes. Ms. Bryant? Mrs. Ellis? Yes. Mr. Kilgore?
Yes.
Dr. Turner? Yes.
Thank you. Item G is the recommendation to adopt the consent agenda.
Any questions? Okay, do we have roll call, please? Mrs. Anderson? Ms. Bryant? Mrs. Ellis? Yes. Mr. Kilgore?
Yes.
Dr. Turner? Yes.
And that's the end of my report.
March the 20th at 6 p.m. Anyone have anything to say?
I move to adjourn.
Okay, I'll take that. Can I have a second?
Second it. Kim got it. I'm sorry. Talk so low, Kim.
Okay. All in favor?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody opposed?
Nope.
All right, we adjourn at 46, 8:46.
Thank you.